Okay, so I'm doing this video solely to help those of us who have suffered from bladder conditions. I am 47 years old and I have had an overactive bladder for at least 5 years or more. I have seen several urologists. Currently, I'm at a urology gynecologist, and I have tried physical therapy for my pelvic floor. I tried the medication Myometric, which it did help a little bit, but it's $25 a month, and it wasn't helping enough that I wanted to continue with it. I also tried PTNS, which is similar to acupuncture, where they try to stimulate a nerve in your ankle that is connected with bladder issues. That did help as well, but again, I had to go in every week for treatment. So this past August, my bladder really took a turn for the worse, and I could not control it anymore. I had to start wearing Depends pads on a daily basis, going through several a day. I would be sitting there talking to a family member or a friend, whoever it may have been, and no urge to go to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden it would hit me like a ton of bricks, and most of the time I would not make it to the bathroom. So unfortunately, I was having accidents 1 to 2 times a day. I could sit there, I could exercise, no issue. So I'm not sure what it was all about. It was not activity driven. It hit me and there was no stopping it. So again, I was leaking. Frequency was, I was going to the bathroom over 20 times in a 20-hour period or 24-hour period. I was getting up to go to the bathroom between 3 to 5 times a night and going to the bathroom every 45 minutes during the day. So I went back to my urogynecologist, and she said it was time to either try Botox or I could try this Interstim procedure. So with the Botox, I was afraid that I would have to self-catheterize, and I had to do that for a couple weeks for one bladder study that I completed, and it was dreadful. So I was just afraid that if the Botox worked too well, I would end up having to self-catheterize until my bladder would just relax a little bit. So we discussed the Interstim, Medtronic Interstim procedure, and it takes place in 2 stages. So I'm undergoing stage 1, and I had it on October 24th. So this past Monday, today is Friday, and I went for outpatient surgery. It was my first surgery, so of course I was definitely nervous. First time under anesthesia, but I did very well. It was sedation under anesthesia. I don't remember anything that happened. I do remember going into the operating room, and that was it. When I woke up, I was in the recovery room, and I was all bandaged up on my back. So my husband was able to take me home later that day. I slept for the majority of the afternoon. My doctor did offer to prescribe a medication, a painkiller, and I honestly did not want to try that. She did prescribe an antibiotic, which I'm taking. Tonight's my last night to take the antibiotic. So I was alternating between Tylenol and ibuprofen every 3 hours. So today is Friday, and today is actually the first day that I have not had either Tylenol or ibuprofen. I have a little bit of discomfort in my lower back, but it's very manageable. And I will take ibuprofen before I go to bed. So they said it could take a couple of days, probably 4 or 5 days, until I started to see a difference. On the first day, that first day out of surgery, I was not leaking at all. And I was amazed because I had to wear Depends pads every day since August and change them several times throughout the day. And Monday when I got home, there was no leakage. Tuesday, a very little bit, not enough to even put a pad on or to change my underwear. I was going to the bathroom probably about 20 times in a 24-hour period. Going to the bathroom, it seemed every 45 minutes to every hour, waking up 3 to 5 times a night, and I was exhausted. So stage 1, today's Friday, and I'm down to go into the bathroom less than 15 times in a 24-hour period. So I am very happy with the results. The urge is not at all what it was like before. When I felt the urge, when it would hit me, it would come out of nowhere. It wasn't activity driven. It just would all of a sudden, oh my gosh, you need to go to the bathroom immediately. And most times I would not make it to the bathroom. I'd be pulling down my pants and peeing on the back of my pants or whatever, or just peeing in the pad. The urgency this week has improved. I feel a little bit like I have to go to the bathroom. I can wait, and then I make it to the bathroom, no problem. And again, no leakage. So this is all controllable by a Samsung phone that is programmed with the Interstim program. There's different levels, different programs to try. Someone from Medtronic has been in contact with me several times this week, and I'm keeping a log to see how often I have to go to the bathroom, the urgency, how strong, etc. And I do need to have about a 50% improvement to go to stage 2. Stage 2 is where they will put the battery pack permanently in my butt cheek and make sure all the wires are inside of my body. So that is going to happen 2 weeks after the 24th. So November 7th, I will go back into surgery, which that's difficult. I feel like I'm starting to make progress. I'm starting to recover. And I know that there's going to be another surgery. So I'm trying to look past that second surgery and say, okay, it's all going to be worth it in the end. Can't help it though. Feeling a little sorry for myself at this moment. Tired. I've been staying home. I took the week off work. Thank goodness. I will be going back to work on Monday. I have to be very careful as far as movement so that I don't dislodge any wires. Overall, the pain has been very, very tolerable. I'd say I have a pain tolerance, like a moderate level of pain tolerance. Everything has been fine with the Tylenol and the ibuprofen. So I am, again, a little nervous to see what stage 2 will be like, because then they have to put the battery pack in my butt cheek and make sure all of the wires are now internal. Right now I do have some wires sticking out. I'm taped up in the back. I have a temporary battery pack around my lower stomach. And it's been okay for sleeping or sitting. A little uncomfortable, but again, everything I've been able to tolerate. I know that I'm on a very low setting right now as far as the programming. So I know that they do want to check things out next week, see what different settings and different programs do. But as of right now, I am completely satisfied with the results. So this could very well be something that could help you. Of course, everyone's different. Everyone has different symptoms. I did try several different things before my doctor finally said it's time to do this. So if I can be of any assistance, there's really not a lot out there for reviews of this procedure or support staff. So it is nice to know that there are people who are having this done and it's successful. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments, please. It is a very embarrassing subject, but we are human and we all have bathroom issues. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will keep you up to date with the next procedure.